Welcome back to Chaos and Carry Ons, the podcast where sunscreen is optional, but the chaos is guaranteed.
I'm Stephanie, mom of 3, and the one who is always forgetting the aloe vera for everyone's sunburn.
And I'm Shelby, mom of 1, queen of overpacking, and the mom who brings enough snacks to feed the entire beach.
Today we're going to be talking about one of our favorite topics, Florida beaches.
From the Panhandle to the Atlantic, we're covering the spots that our families love the most. 30A, Cape San Blas, Vero Beach, Destin, St. George Island. Basically, if there's sand and water, we're there.
Chaos and Carry Ons, let's go. Disney dreams in tow, you know. Every flight and every ride. Join the journey, come inside.
Okay, let's start with 30A. I know we have an entire podcast episode dedicated to 30A, so we're just going to give a brief synopsis of this. If you haven't heard that episode, go listen to that. It's 30A specific. But if you've never been, it's a whole vibe. Colorful beach towns, bike paths, lots and lots of family-friendly rentals.
Yes, there's places like Seaside, Rosemary Beach, Inlet. All of them look straight out of a postcard. We actually went there because of Sophia, the 17-year-old. She wanted to go there because that's where all of her friends go. But I think everybody ended up liking it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was the trip that we went on. I was like straight in the middle of my chemo at that point. So it was just a few days that I was there. But it was perfect. It was just, well, like I said, you can go listen to that whole episode and we give the full rundown of that.
Yes. So right next door to 30A is Destin, and that's another go-to. I feel like the water is crazy clear and turquoise. I actually heard somebody recently, I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, that Damon Johns, he was saying that he was shocked at how clear the water was in Destin. But a fair warning, it is very, very busy in Destin.
Yeah, that's code for your kid's going to make 14 new friends before you even set up your umbrella. It is. It's a lot busier. But I will say, I'm going to insert this in here. I feel like once we went to 30A and then go back to Destin, Destin did not feel as crowded as 30A. Granted, it was spring break, so that could be why. But Destin has our favorite Mexican restaurant, so there's that.
Yes, Destin has a lot more shopping. Retail shopping, I'm going to say that, like big brand stores. 30A is very quiet, quaint. The place that we really like in Destin, which it's like right outside of Destin, I think, is it Fort Walton? Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Is, what's the name of that? Waterscape. And it has a water park right on the beach. So it's like pool, beach, and that's definitely our jam.
So also I want to throw in here, don't sleep on Pensacola. Pensacola has an airport. So if you're into flying to the beach, this is the beach for you. But take cash because they have like this toll bridge thing that goes into Pensacola. And unless it's changed, which this has also been like 8, 9, 10 years since I've been there. We held up traffic. They wouldn't do a toll by plate. We had no cash, period. No change. We're in a rental car because we did fly. We have nothing. And everybody behind us was getting so mad. They wouldn't let us turn around. It was probably 5 minutes of arguing with the guy working the toll booth. And he finally just let us in. And I mean, what are we to do? So, I mean, surely it is 2025. I hope that they have changed this by now. But take cash just in case. I don't know. That guy was a jerk. But it's very family friendly. There were a lot of really good restaurants there. And then if you time your vacation right, the Blue Angels have, they practice their flights there. So that's really cool to see too.
Yes. There's also like Panama City Beach is right there by what we're talking about, Pensacola, Destin, 30A. And then a little farther over from that is like Orange Beach, Navarre, or Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
If you live in the Alabama area, you've heard of Gulf Shores, even if you've never been there. I feel like that is the Smokies of the beach in Alabama. Is Gulf Shores.
It is. That is where, well, I was going to say that's where we went to the beach when I was growing up, but that's not really true. We changed it up a lot because we did a lot of Panama City. We did Perdido Key, which is the Florida side. So it's like Gulf Shores and then Orange Beach. And then as soon as you cross over into Florida, it's Perdido Key. We used to go there a lot. We even did Dauphin Island sometimes, which is like a ferry ride from Gulf Shores. That's really cool. So that's where I grew up going to those beaches. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it just kind of feels nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah. So do you have a preference? Because I feel like that people are very opinionated about their certain beach that they just really like.
It is.
I'm talking about like, because they're all very close together.
They are.
So do you have like, this is my clear winner? Like, this
I'll
is
be
it?
honest.
Because there's some people, they won't go anywhere else but that place.
I don't feel that way at all. And I honestly am looking for the best deal. That's the starter. Like if I can stay in Destin cheaper than 38 or Panama City, I'm going to. We have a lot more favorite restaurants in Destin than any of the other ones. So I'm drawn more towards Destin for that reason because, I'm the foodie. Like food rules my vacations. And so that's a big draw to Destin, but I'm not saying that I'll only go to Destin. I don't care. I love the beach. I love it. I don't care. Give me a beach chair and a book and I'm good. Like just leave me alone.
Yeah, now that's me because we've been to like Fort Morgan and Fort Walton and Destin and like all of them. And I don't feel that for the right price, I would say no to any of them.
No, that's how I feel. And I don't know, we go different like last year we went to 30A with y'all. And then later that year we went to Gulf Shores with my parents and my brother and his wife. And then I don't know, I don't have a preference. Like I said, I'm looking for a good deal, but it also depends on what we're trying to do. If we're going to relax, I don't care where I'm at. If we're going for specific things, like you mentioned, Destin has more of the retail stores, outlets, that kind of thing. So if I'm going to shop, then that would be a different story. But I'm rarely going to the beach to shop. So while we're still in the Panhandle area, let's talk Cape San Blas and St. George Island. These are the much slower paced, quiet escapes.
Yes. Both of them, I think. Cape San Blas, that's where you can actually build a fire on the beach. And you can hear the waves because there's not 10,000 spring breakers blasting music. It's perfect for families. I will say that I prefer St. George Island by far over Cape San Blas. We love St. George Island. It is the epitome of a private Florida beach.
So Cape San Blas was Taylor's first beach trip. She was 6 months old, and that's where we went first. It was the week of the 4th of July, and we went with my family, and it was so cool because, like you said, you can have the fire on the beach. That was the first time we ever experienced that. But what we were not prepared for is taking
I know what you're going to say.
all the things with us and having to cook 3 meals a day no, we didn't do it the entire week. There are restaurants, but
Yes.
there's like 3 restaurants. So I was not prepared for that because I don't go on vacation to cook. I mean, I just said it. I go on vacation to eat, and I cook the rest of the year when I'm at home. I don't want to cook on vacation. So that was something that caught me off guard.
Yes. So my in-laws, they love St. George, and that's how it is. We have to cook while we're there. And that is the part that I do not like. They don't mind it, but I don't like it. I'm going on vacation, and I don't want to do anything.
Yeah. We packed lots of like board games. My brother took his Xbox or PlayStation, whatever it was, and he and Jordan played that. Like we did a lot of biking, and they rented kayaks one day. It felt so much less crowded. We were right on the beach, in a house. And so that was also, we were used to Gulf Shores and Destin, where if you get a house, unless you're paying like $4 million, you're not going to be right on the beach. So that was really neat. And we really enjoyed that. And it wasn't expensive. For the week of the 4th, for what it was not expensive at all. So I liked that side of it. Staying up late playing games, and it was so dark out there because there are no condos or high rises. Like, it's just those houses and that's it. So it was just a totally different beach experience.
So I want to say about St. George Island, this is going to put it into perspective for everyone that's thinking, is it really that secluded? My children, my city-going little Alabama children, okay? I know that sounds like an oxymoron because when you think of Alabama, you
you don't think of the city.
Right. You want to know what their favorite thing is to do it when they go to St. George? Let's go down to the Piggly Wiggly so I can take a picture and put it on Snapchat so my friends can see that I went to Piggly Wiggly. And I am not kidding. Yes. This is like a huge deal to them. They're like, I'm at the Piggly Wiggly. Like, it's just so like quaint and like, haha, like funny to them. Don't even ask. I don't even know.
You should show them a Save-A-Lot. I don't know if they even still have Save-A-Lots anywhere.
I haven't seen one in years, but I just want to, for the people that are listening to this, and you're probably so offended. Listen, there's a Piggly Wiggly not that far from where I live. It's not like that they don't have them around here. I'm just saying that my children are so detached from the country life that they think that a Piggly Wiggly is like some wonderful place to go and get a picture and put on Snapchat of your friends, and they'd be like, where are you? And they're like, I'm at the beach and there's a Piggly Wiggly. I don't know. But my in-laws think it's hilarious.
I love it.
And when this goes out, I'm going to put a picture of them at the Piggly Wiggly because there's a pig outside and they have to have their picture with that pig. Think like Bucky the Beaver, but it's the Piggly Wiggly pig.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like the beaver outside Bucky's, but the pig outside the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to travel over to the East Coast, over to the Atlantic. So, like I said, my parents did not discriminate against beaches when I was growing up. I remember the first time, or the first memory I have, I don't know if it was my first time going to the beach. I remember going to Daytona, and I thought it was so cool that you could drive your car on the beach. It was so neat. The sand is so compact. Like, your car doesn't go, driving in the sand, if you're in the Gulf, that's a totally like it sounds traumatizing. But if you're over on that side, the Atlantic side, the sand is so hard and you can drive on the beach. So that was one of my first beach memories as a kid. I've also been to New Smyrna Beach, went swimming out there, and weeks later somebody got killed or something by a shark, eaten. I don't know if they lost some limbs or died. I don't know the story, but I didn't know that that's like the number one beach that shark attacks happen at. I had no clue before I was there.
I have heard that. Yeah.
I was pregnant with Taylor at the time, went out frolicking in this ocean, wondering why everybody's sitting up on the shore and nobody's out playing in the water. Well, now I know. So we've also been to Cocoa Beach. We've been to Cape Canaveral, which is like if you're going on a cruise, you've probably been there. And lastly, one of my favorites on that coast, Vero Beach.
Yes, we've also been to Vero Beach, and it's awesome. When we went to Vero Beach, of course, we stayed at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. But it's funny because that was the first time that I had been to the East Coast. And so many people were like, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. It was cold. I remember them saying it was unseasonably cold. But the kids absolutely loved it. The waves are totally different than they are on the other side. It's much more, how do you want to put that, boogie board friendly?
Yeah, definitely.
But I thought it was awesome. And we don't really care. There's some people that they want clear water, they want white sand, but that's not us at all. It doesn't matter to us. Sand and some water, and we're fine. We're good to go.
That's kind of how I feel too.
Yeah, because we've even went all the way up to Myrtle Beach, and again, people told us, you're going to hate it. And we loved it. My kids still, if they ask to go back to a beach, it's 30A or Myrtle Beach.
I loved, and I'm trying not to make this like a Disney episode, which I think it's funny. Even our non-Disney episodes, we still find ways to talk about Disney. But Disney's resort on Vero Beach, It was so cool. They had a character breakfast there. They didn't do like character meet and greets that I remember. I think just the character breakfast. But it's like the Disney magic on the beach. It was so cool. And Disney resorts are very clean and well kept. I just loved the area of like where that resort was. It was really bougie. That's the word I'll use.
Yes.
It was very high end.
Actually, when we were at that resort, one of the workers was like, if you go and walk down the beach just a little bit, you can see Gloria Estefan's house from the resort.
Oh, really?
That's what he was saying. I don't know if that was true or not. But like you said, there was a lot of very big, nice homes on that beach. It really was nice. I like it a lot. I will say that the first beach that I ever went to, I think you said yours was what? Cocoa Beach? Is that what you said?
Daytona.
So the first beach that I went to was St. Pete. That's where I
don't
went
even
with my
know where that
grandparents.
is. Where is that?
That's on the other side, but it's kind of farther down, close to like
Is that close to Sarasota?
Santa Maria Island. Is that what it's
Okay.
called?
Yeah.
That's on
So
my
that's
bucket list.
Tampa. That's like the Tampa side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's the first one that I ever went to. And what I remember about it was it wasn't like what I had seen on TV. I'm going to put it that way. Like it was very busy at that beach. You know, there was like a lot of restaurants and shops. And I don't know. I guess I just feel like, you know, like let's think the summer I turned pretty. You know what I mean? You think of, or like Outer Banks. It's like you and the beach and there's nobody around.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not St. Pete. That's not Daytona or, you know, any of these
Right.
other large places. So
Right.
that's what I remember thinking is like, wow, this is like not like what you see on the movies. This is like big and busy and like in a city, you know?
So how old were you?
13, maybe?
And that was the first time you had ever seen the ocean?
In Florida, I should say that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Because I had been to like Texas and
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was your first Florida beach experience. Okay.
yeah.
That just really surprised me, but okay. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yes, I had been to the beach before, just not like in Florida. When we went to Florida, we went to Disney, so we didn't really go to the beach.
Right.
Yeah, like I said. So there's probably nobody that's listening to this that's never been to the beach or but if you're wanting a quiet beach, we gave you the ones to go to. Don't think you're seeing the summer I turned pretty and you and whoever is going to be on the beach with nobody around. Because that is not how it is. Okay, so now we're going to move on to tips for family beach trips because, like I said earlier, I was being totally serious. I'm always forgetting the aloe vera, and I have a child with freckles, and she always ends up with a sunburn that scares me. Shelby knows because she has seen it firsthand.
She does. And I was laughing when I thought about, I wish I would have put this on the Harper episode, her birthday episode. That was a few weeks ago. Because when we went to 30A, I sprayed her with sunscreen the very first day we're going out to the beach. I was spraying Taylor, I sprayed Mateo. So Harper comes over there. I spray her. Well, she never reapplies the entire day. And she is toasted. We were out there several hours. I don't remember the timeline. We were out there for a while, but it's March. It's chilly. So everybody knows, like, you still get burnt at the beach, but when it's cool, you don't feel like you're going to get burnt because you're not hot. Well, Harper gets fried. So the next day we're going out. She's wearing long sleeves, this big floppy hat. And I'm like, come here, let me spray you. And she said, no, I'm letting my mom do it because you did it yesterday. Like, she was blaming me. I'm like, I did it the first time, but you could have done it every time after that.
That is hilarious.
But she was like, no, I'm letting my mom do it. Like, I scarred her. So,
Well,
anyways, definitely aloe.
Yes, and I'm going to say even for Shelby, this is how we all are. Do not forget a hat.
Yeah.
Literally, when we were in Hawaii, I think we talked about it in the episode, we went and tried to find Jordan a hat because I knew that if he did not get a hat by the time that it was time for us to take pictures, his head was going to be like a tomato. So red. So we always bring a hat. So bring a hat. Don't forget to bring twice the amount of snacks that you think you need. And pack baby powder because it gets sand off faster than anything.
That is my favorite Pinterest hack for the beach. I love it, and I forget now that Taylor's older, I forget to do it, but I don't know why. Like, why do I forget this? I love it. I did it when she was a baby all the time. I just forget now.
Yes.
So my tip would be to get one of those wagons with the big wheels. You can usually get them at Costco or Sam's. We had one that I used back in the day. I used to be a photographer. I had a photography business for several years, and I had one of those wagons that I carried my gear around when I did photo shoots. And so we used that for the beach once Taylor was born, and that is a game changer.
It is, because otherwise you're carrying the coolers, the towels, the sand toys, and everything else. And the moms are always the one that gets stuck carrying all of those things.
So to wrap it up, Florida has a beach for every family vibe.
You want action and energy? Go to Destin or Panama City Beach. You want a family beach? Go to Cape San Blas or St. George Island. You want Disney sprinkled in? Then go to Vero Beach.
No matter which one you pick, the chaos is included for free.
So thanks for hanging out with us today.
As always, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, share this episode with your favorite beach buddy.
May your flights be on time and your luggage never lost. But if it's not, that's where the fun begins.
Pack your dreams, grab your bag. Adventures call at Sig and Zag. From castles tall to ocean waves, magic made for wanderers brave. Theme parks light up the night, starry-eyed in sheer delight. Board the ships that sail and see, endless tales and fantasy. Chaos and carry ons, let's go. Disney dreams in tow, you know. Every flight and every ride, join the journey, come inside. Pixie dust beneath our feet. Through the lands and sea we roam. Feel the wonder, feel at home. From rope drop to the fireworks show, lose yourself in the joyful glow. Cruising waters, feeling free. Every twist's a memory. Chaos and carry ons, let's go. Disney dreams in tow, you know. Every flight and every ride, join the journey, come inside.